Hello, welcome back to One's the Force, the Star Wars podcast. My name's Phil, of course. I'm joined, as usual, by Dave and George. No absence this evening. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello there.
Good evening. Good evening. It's good to be back after a little bit of a time off, a little bit of vacation time.
No, vacation, just hiatus. Yeah, for me, it's as I said, the last time we had a show was 4 weeks ago, and I couldn't make that because I was seeing Metallica. And as George did allude to in the introduction of that show, making me the absolute joke there, my hair was everywhere, my neck was killing me the next day, my voice was sore, and it was absolutely worth it. But it does mean that I've not been on the show for 6 weeks now, so yeah, a little hiatus, but we're back, and of course, sporting the brand new Once and the Force of Star Wars podcast merchandise.
Very nice shirt, sir. Very nice shirt.
Shameless plug, had to do it. We'll repeat it at the end. But we might as well jump into it. Got a short show this evening, nice and short and sweet, just like myself. It's all good there. Jumping straight into it, Star Wars Celebration. George, you were lucky enough, as you were saying, alluded to before we got into the show, that you had your phone out at work and were able to jump on and get your ticket. And that's a good thing, because as we're sat here right now, we are sold out of the Jedi Master VIP tickets at $900 a pop, the adults and kids 4-day, the Friday adult and the Saturday adult tickets. All of them are just like limited edition now. So nothing left.
I was honestly shocked at this. I mean, when Chicago sold out the weekend in day 3, that was a shock. And they did it in 1 hour and 5 minutes here. So I'm excited. I don't have a flight booked yet. You can't book flights till September. Obviously, you can't book a hotel right now when you're flying out.
That's probably good for your wallet.
It's a loss nonetheless. And with Star Wars Celebration comes Star Wars Hunt. And I know it's not here, but they have confirmed that the Rise of the Resistance ride will open in January at Galaxy's Edge. The Anaheim one, the Walt Disney World one will open. Oops, my bad. December the 4th. Obviously, that theme park's going to open the end of August, they've said. So,
yes.
Hopefully, I can get to Galaxy's Edge on the Monday. I've got a feeling it's going to be busy anyway, but the Tuesday, the Wednesday that week, I think, is when most Star Wars fans are going to be going. So, I'm going to try and get there as early as I can, literally the day after I land, because I need it done out of the way, so I can then recover for that for Celebration. Looking forward to it, but it's going to be very big, I feel.
Of course, we can announce that you will be our roaming reporter once again.
Yes, I will be roaming reporter. I thought you were going to do another announcement that I'm actually going to be back here almost every week now.
I was going to let you make that announcement there.
Due to just a change of circumstance. I mean, I've been trying to make a lot more time recently. I've had a little bit better flexibility. But as of this week, I will be. I have a new job, so I can actually have a social life again. Good times, good times. So yes, I will be back. Whether the show's back, Bill, you're the absent one now, not me. But yeah,
that's right. Dave's our constant. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep turning up no matter what. I have nothing else to do. But yes, I mean, it's crazy that, talking about Celebration, George got his tickets, said he got them on the day, had his phone out, got them when they came out, which, as we were alluding to just before we came online, that it's a really good job that you did so, because the speed in which these sold out was quite breathtaking.
One of my friends got a ticket, and just after an hour after, he had to buy 4 individual day passes.
Insane.
And the worst, obviously, people were selling them all on eBay because there's now a market in this, which is silly because you can't protect any of your purchases. You need your ID to pick up your ticket. But I didn't do much pre-order of merch. I didn't do any of that. I literally just put the ticket in the basket and went to the till. I was so proud of myself. Because I think by this point last year, I'd already spent like $60, $80 on merch. So I'm currently in a better place already.
Excellent. But yeah, to sell out, we knew it was going to be big, but obviously
VIP Masters always sell out fairly quickly.
Of course, in
the next few minutes. But I remember when I got my ticket for Celebration 3 years ago, I got it a couple of months after they came out.
I got mine like the day, and I wanted a VIP ticket, and then I saw online that no one actually gets VIP tickets. One day someone will get one. One day I will know someone that has one.
Yeah.
But I generally don't know how they do it. It's probably Lucasfilm staff's mate or something. But,
yeah, an early warning release that's coming.
13 months till it begins.
It's crazy. Months. But no, it'd be good to have you on the floor again, though, where you can feed in throughout the days as panels go on as well. It was really good to have you there last time, so I'm really looking forward to you being out there again while Phil and I feed on all the stories and stuff that's going on at our
You guys actually get to watch more of it than I do.
There is that side of it, actually. That's
Yeah,
a
there
really
is.
good point. We do see a lot more than you do,
Well,
panel-wise.
I didn't this year purely because I was having to do the UK System Open and this at the same time, so I was kind of burning the candle at both ends. It was a bit mental, but it was still worth it. And of course, when you go next year, it'll be in that period between. We would have had the Skywalker Saga finishing, but still another year or so to go until we have the first of this next trilogy.
Wow. Well, 2022, so another 2 years. But
Yeah.
I think if anything, there'd be. I don't think it could be a casting announcement. I'm sure I reckon they'll announce the director. They'll try and hold it then if they don't have it already. But I think next year the big thing's going to be the Skywalker saga has ended. I think there's got to be some. Obviously, we know there'll be an Empire's 40th anniversary panel.
Yep.
Guessing Mandalorian season 2 and Cassian panels.
Yeah.
And I would imagine post episode 9, if they get the cast in for autographs, as they've now finished their contracts, or which Tops, we do know Tops do have that power. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do a, I almost swore then, just a panel. The Disney films are great. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's everyone who's been in these last 3 movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a years ago. We've got a game, a series, and the films come out by then.
Just a few things.
Well, we have the second half of the series, technically, if you want the for Clone Wars. We have the full series in terms of The Mandalorian. Then we'll have Resistance Season 2, as well as having... You still to watch it, trust me.
I saw the first 2 episodes, and I've gone off already. I will try again one day. Maybe on the flight to America, where I know that there is only the air and death for watching it.
It's not that bad. Jeez.
If I got a person next to me, I'll just take the headphones out so he can listen to it too.
Yeah, well, let's have all that to go. So there's plenty there.
Exactly, but in the meantime, we've got Star Wars Episode 9, and Daisy Ridley has been doing a press tour for Ophelia, some historical film, and instead of promoting Ophelia, asking questions about Ophelia, everyone's asking questions about Star Wars. Naturally, we know they would do. I'm sure they get asked not to, but I'm sure they know it's going to get brought up. She basically spoke about Episode 9. They were asking her about her parents, as basically there's a little bit of hoo-ha coming on. There's been a lot of different interviews from a lot of different press companies. I think it shows how quiet the last couple of weeks have been for Star Wars news. But a couple of comments have slipped out, and people are just making of it what they want. She mentioned that she said the film's been emotional, it's been a lot of fun. She missed John doing Episode 9, but they're back together, and Oscar's a part of it, so we've got the trio. And then obviously she's mentioned about the parents thing. They asked her again, is the Episode 8 the same? And she said, JJ said that you're going to find out about the answer. You know what the quote dealio is. She said the word dealio. Everyone in America was confused. We're confused in England. It's not really a typical English word. But yes, she got milked on a press tour. So did anyone make anything of this? Because I just think she's just protecting by not saying anything.
I think it's a lot of fluff around trying to hide basically hard answers. You won't get anything out of her. You won't get it out of... I mean, they're well trained by Disney basically not to say anything. They're probably showing off to SAS boot camp here. How to survive interrogations, how to survive the media.
I was going to say, Force Awakens was probably the hardest press tour they'll ever do in their lives because it was some of their first big films.
Yeah.
And they couldn't say anything. Then you get to Last Jedi where they're like, oh, here we go again. By this point, I think they're kind of at a point we know how to do this.
And I can only think that when they're trying to, especially when Ridley's trying to put out another movie, they're just trying to talk about another movie and one's asked about that. And then, the questions will come. So, Episode 9, she must be just like, oh, just move on. And so I guess it must be trying to keep it on point as well. So I'm guessing some of the answers that they're getting are just like her giving little quips to try and get the answer out, done, move on to my actual movie that I've got coming.
Gives the agent enough time to shut the interview down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much. They probably have a set answer for each question anyway. So, parents go think, they have an answer for it prepared in advance. If they ask any Star Wars questions, just give them this kind of non-committal fluff that they can't really make anything out of. But of course, being the media, they'll try to make something out of anything. It has been a very quiet couple of weeks. Even SDCC, which we'll get onto in a minute, there's not going to be much announced, which I was kind of thinking in advance that if they were having a panel, they would have maybe the second trailer, full trailer.
I mean, we might as well jump into now, but before I would say my main thing, Star Wars is really not anything from San Diego's Celebration D23 is their baby.
Yeah.
Even Marvel, we know the Marvel panel Sunday. But the fact that it was literally the last couple of weeks we've realised that panel was going to take place, noticing that people thought it would be D23, I think San Diego's on the way out. Not as in terms of attendance, but what the event status of it was 3-4 years ago, I think has now dropped off. That's because of the likes of Celebration. When Marvel announced Phase 3 on their own Marvel events, Warner Bros. Skipped it this year. I think it's becoming less and less important to the film calendar. I'd still like to go one day, but I would not ever pick that over a Celebration, over a Marvel version of Celebration. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's on the way out, and I mean, we'll jump into now, but Star Wars San Diego, the big thing is they're going to do a couple of panels, some autograph signings, and quite much more. The big thing we know we have is the reveal of the Sith Trooper, which was done on the Star Wars show last week. This coincided with San Diego. It's a bit of a historical trend of Star Wars was that the merchandise-wise, for the last couple of episode films, the Black Series had an exclusive first look at characters. Episode 7, you had the First Order Stormtrooper. Episode 8, you had Luke and Rey in a double pack. Episode 9, a couple of people saying we haven't heard anything yet. It's not just going to be Boba. And then the Sith Trooper news dropped. And then it appears every single other brand that has exclusives is selling. This is an exclusive at San Diego.
Indeed, we had the full list is just stupid. I mean, I've got it here.
It's what? Black Series, Funko, Hot Toys. Well, not Lego yet.
You got Funko. You've got.
It's basically just those, isn't it?
No.
Star Wars Authentics are doing a photo that's going to be given away with it as well. There's going to be a life-size Lego there. People take pictures with. It's just. Yeah, I mean,
in Hard Toy Show. So here we go. So, you will have. Beeline will have their Sith Trooper Geeky Tikis, so it's just a little tiki you can get. You got mini mug as well. Fifth Son have got their red Stormtrooper, Sith Trooper, red T-shirt. Funko have got the early release of the pop. Hasbro Black Series Special Edition version with the early release as well. Heroes and Villains by Byweld have got a Sith Trooper hat, a pin, as well as a combo. Hot Toys will have the 1/6 scale, which does look pretty damn awesome. Loungefly have got the backpack again. I quite like that for the early release edition. With the pop as well, you can actually get that as a twin pack, which is kind of cool. Rubies have got costume sets and masks for adults and kids. Topps doing the Power of the Dark Side trading card set, along with the bonus Sith Trooper cards just for those who attend. And Children's International are doing a book giveaway as well. Bookmark giveaway. So there's quite a few things, but yeah, basically it's kind of here's your Star Wars exclusive. Every manufacturer's got something for you to have if you want.
So these all exclusives are kind of based around as well. A lot of them are the Sith Trooper, and now we saw an early poster for Star Wars when it was kind of coming out, and there was those red Trooper helmets around the base. Now, obviously, this is a much better look. What everyone's thoughts on Sith Trooper?
I don't want to be that guy. I need to see it in context within the film. The name sounds silly. The look looks silly, but we're seeing promotional toys. If I could see some footage in a trailer or something, I just need a bit of context about the name of it as well. Like I said, I'm not going to judge it based on toys that have come out, but there will be people that do. At the minute, it's a very bizarre choice.
It is a bizarre one because it kind of bridges the gap to the Old Republic as well, because the Sith Troopers in that, they're part of the Sith Empire. This is nothing to do with the Sith Empire. It's everything to do with, unless it's Kylo Ren's new First Order kind of.
It just, yeah, it feels silly that after Kylo Ren in Last Jedi, it was all about let's finish the Sith, let's finish the Jedi, let's start something afresh, to then have his troopers called Sith Troopers. It seems an illogical step to me, but you're right, without the context around it, we're not going to be able to kind of find out exactly what is going on. But I mean, overall, look, they haven't really much changed. The armor has a little bit more detail on it, from what I can see on the markings of the armor itself, the way it's molded, and the helmets seem to have some more very slight markings and design in it. But other than that,
what's more striking is the actual visor itself. It's sometimes just the two distinctive eye holes. It's actually more like the Clone Wars, Clone Trooper Phase 2 style straight across. It kind of looks kind of cool. It's just basically a crisper, updated First All Stormtrooper with some extra markings. I like it. I think that's cool. The weapons, of course, are different as well. They're not your standard E111 blasters. These are new blasters. Whatever they're called, we don't know yet, of course. But yeah, no, I kind of like them. But again, context is key at the moment. It's just if this was released as a kind of almost like a Royal Guard style, kind of a lesser Praetorian trooper just underneath it, kind of from a comic or something, that'd be cool. But since there is no context, it's kind of a little strange.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Now, sorry, I am slightly distracted as well. I don't know if anyone is watching online right now, but a spider has just literally hung down from my camera. In front of my camera from my microphone. Yeah. I was wondering if it bites me, if something special might happen. But yeah, so ignore me if I just drift off while I'm watching the spider so it doesn't eat my face.
It's fine. You can just take it off and move it. It's okay. But yeah, so again, to SDCC, might as well crack into it as well. They do have some panels, not many, but it's all in their own pavilion as well. It's kind of this separate Star Wars section, so it's almost like a mini celebration. So you've got Lucas Museum and Narrative Art behind the scenes panel, which I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to come about anyway. Fun with Funko, no one really cares about that. The Star Wars Collectibles update with Lucas Films Brien Merton. You've got Behind the Design, Star Wars Fashion collaborations, so that'll probably including Ashley Eckstein for that one, I can imagine. Hasbro will have their panel. Again, looking forward to the future of HasLab, Hasbro Pulse, all the rest of it. Bit I'm interested in is Star Wars audiobooks behind the scenes, because they already have got their own panel as well, looking at the authors. You have Island X Lab Star Wars Stories, so probably pushing the new Vader story there. Lucasfilm Publishing, Stories from Galaxy Far, Far Away. Again, looking forward to that one, just to see the future of books and comics. There's Sidings, of course, Chronicle Books, DK Publishing, Del Rey, have all got their own bit. So yeah, plenty there for Star Wars. But it will probably, the bigger news will probably be more out of the comics and book side of things than it will be anything else.
Definitely, I think we're obviously now trying to, they're going to do the same as they've done the lead in the other films. We're going to start now getting lead-in stories, so people are kind of ready to some of the characters that we're going to see over the next, well, definitely the next movie.
Indeed, the only other thing is, though, whether or not is Billy D. Williams is going to be signing at SDCC in the Star Wars Pavilion. However, unlike other Comic Cons, we'll get onto in a minute with announcements for LFCC, he's doing a free signing. So what will happen is between now and July the 20th at midday, you can apply for a ticket. And if you get selected between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. on July the 20th, you'll be able to go and get a free autograph, which again, it's random, but I think that's kind of a cool little thing to do.
Apparently, it's his first ever San Diego Comic Con, which I find incredibly, yeah.
Is that honestly?
I mean, San Diego's not really been a signing one, though, has it? That's the thing.
I support that, but I'm still shocked. That,
I'm shocked that, yeah, you think of everything, and I mean, it's kind of like a leeway into the next point, but it is like a not glorify this wrong, but he's a seasoned like convention guy that. I mean, he's signed rock solid over the last few years. He's done stuff in England, America, celebrations. You know, he's a bit of a press machine, and he's in with Lucasfilm. I think it's pretty neat, but he's signing under Entertainment Earth. He's not technically signing for Lucasfilm as well. But, you know, it's a 2-hour window. I'm sure he's going to get a free weekend in San Diego. Then he's going to probably fly straight to London, because the week after is Underfilm Comic Con. The big announcement is that last week they announced Hayden Christensen.
The big announcement is that you and I will be at the same time. That's the big announcement.
Well, there is that, but I think it's bigger that Hayden's there. They teased a legendary announcement, and they did not disappoint. Hayden, they hyped it big time. His first European convention, only his third convention he's ever attended. I think his fourth event in total. And he took his price tag with him, which I know this is incredibly selfish of me. But thank God, because I paid all of that premium in America. And for those that want to get his autograph, you ain't getting it without a Diamond Pass. He is Saturday only. He's not going to go past a Diamond Pass, because it's just not going to happen. Sam Neill was the same last year. These big names are Saturday onlys. You ain't very rarely. And someone like Hayden, who the dealers can get on Star Wars stuff and fans, it's so a given. You're going to need a Diamond Pass, so you're looking at about 325 quid. That's your photo and autograph. Exactly the same price I paid for Chicago. Still haven't got him in Chicago though, because it was a part of being there. But yeah, Hayden's going. We've got a couple of other guys going. We've got Billy D. Williams. Obviously, we're going £60 ahead this time. We've got Aaron Kalliman, Memphis Nest,
That's what I'm going for.
Gina Torres, Peter Serafinovich, who I can't wait to meet. Mike Carter, the Jedi youngling legendary Ross Beedman, is apparently Sunday Annie. £10 autograph. Don't know why Sunday Annie richly ruined the chance of reuniting Anakin. And there's many more, the usual Jawas, back row Stormtrooper, all them kind. But and there's going to be a guest announcement this Friday, so fingers crossed it's Star Wars. I really doubt it. It will be. They'll probably just lie again and say it's Star Trek.
They're missing an absolute treat with the kid who played Master Skywalker. There's too many of them, and Anakin signing at the same time.
That's my favorite.
I want the double photo op.
Everybody must want that photograph. Come on.
And then he's just hiding from Hayden. If Hayden found out, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'd go." That'd be it. I mean, he's like,
run, not this again.
The amount of people that's going to have that getting signed by them both over the weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. That I would put money on that being the majority picture signed by the two of them.
Yeah. Worth it. If I had that kind of money just to make memes, I would. Because let's be honest, you're not going to pay that unless you're going to make a good meme. But yeah, moving on from LFCC, we've got some more interesting kind of snuck-in news that's gone quiet. At the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, they did a Rogue One kind of panel with a lot of the old ILM staff. They brought some people from the original 77. We didn't know this till after, but they actually screened A New Hope. And then it came out afterwards that George Lucas gave them permission to screen a unaltered cut from... I don't know if it was the 1977 or if it was the last widescreen before the specials.
So it was 1981.
81, so that would have been basically the widescreen one.
Yes.
So
basically, what it turned out to be was a cut printed for the UK. Funny enough, for 1981, they had a couple of seconds worth of damage footage around the desktop blowing up. Apart from that, apparently it's absolutely nit.
It's just incredible.
The fact that Lucas,
that was exactly the same words as you just said, sir. The fact Lucas has now signed off on letting a print that is not the special edition be shown to people is it's a massive jump forward for George Lucas.
I think, we know the next news item, but something's coming. We know, it's rumors, but we know it's happening. The 4K Skywalker Saga is going to get released next year, post Episode 9. The rumors are saying it'll be in the first quarter. I'm guaranteed it'll be on release, Episode 9 Blu-ray release day. I will upgrade my content to all that 4K. Now they own Fox, they've got no issue distribution rights on any of the other films. I really hope it's not the originals. Sorry to be that guy. I said this many times, and I'm like a broken record. I don't want the original. I don't want the special editions. I want some Blade Runner final cuts. Just bloody release it with all the changes that no one... the changes that people like, the ones people don't talk about. It's stuff like... not CGI, sorry. Like sound effects. Stuff like that. There's so much that's changed over the years. Yes. Leave all the good stuff in and just get rid of the bad ones. Yeah,
can't they just take out the Vader screaming no, Return of the Jedi? Can they just delete that part? Take that out and I'm fine with everything else, but just take that out. That
Bring back
so more powerful when it's quiet. It's so much more powerful.
We don't need a celebration montage because the Emperor's not dead.
Yeah. Or is he? Spoiler alert.
Yep.
But when that comes out next year, that is going to be one. Like I think when the Star Wars came out on Blu-ray, that was at the time like the biggest selling Blu-ray box set.
Yeah.
I reckon this would nick the crown for 4K. Because they can't do a Marvel 28 films in 4K because no one's got that kind of money. I can imagine being like £100 this box set.
Oh, it's going to be expensive. It really is, but it will be a thing of beauty as well. But
I was
going to say, going back to this screening, I love that they coupled Rogue One and New Hope together. Obviously, it's a perfect double feature for a film as well. But there was a load of quite big Hollywood people went to this film as well. Some of the tweets that were going around it and how glorious this thing was when they watched it back. They're just so jealous of being in that room.
The legends are. Oh, hello.
Yep.
Just can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I think I jumped over someone. I thought I lost power. No, seeing them is great. I mean, the thing is with the 4K, it's not going to look scene for scene, but Rogue One's the most original trilogy looking.
Yeah.
I would love to see the transition of that modern technology of Rogue One into A New Hope, just in terms of like the camera, the effects and stuff like that. But oh god, I hope when they say Star, we know that Lego Star Wars Saga is not getting Rogue One and Solo.
Yes,
but I really hope this box set does include it. I get it; they want a 1-9, but they chose to make spin-off films, so that needs to be included within that.
I could even do without Solo being in it, but Rogue One seems absolutely essential. Like It doesn't like. It's not just like that. To me, is not a standalone film. That is as much a saga film. It's Star Wars 0.5. I can't think of viewing that saga and not having that as something to watch. It just feels like something's really missing. And Rogue One has a massive place in the Star Wars lineup for me. It is probably like my second or third favorite film. I'd need that in my box. I mean, you're probably right. The Skywalker Saga, they may not include it.
I have a feeling they'll do Skywalker Saga 1-9 and then Solo and Rogue One 4K re-released on the side.
Yeah, because Solo got a 4K release, but Rogue One never did.
Yeah.
It's just this weird territory, because if it looks like they're dismissing their own spin-off films.
Although I guarantee you, that box is £100, it will cost me much more than £100 to get X1 is buy a 4K TV and a 4K player to go with.
Hey, well, look at Game of Thrones. What seasons 1 to 8 Blu-rays, £300.
Really?
Yeah. They were not putting the price on. I cancelled my pre-order. I saw it. I was like, oh, it's just the RRP. It'd been 3 months. They hadn't put the price down. They unveiled the artwork and they kept the price the same.
Wow.
And for a collector's edition, there's nothing really collectory about it. Season 1 to 7 Blu-ray was like £70 on release. You're paying £230 for the worst season. £30 an episode. Wrong podcast. But no, if that drops to like, I'd pay £300 for like Urban Star Wars films on a nice box set, but not Game of Thrones. No, thank you. But anyway, I'm way off topic. Where are we?
We are now moving on to the rocket-firing Boba Fett breaking the house record auction. It's the auction house record. So, recently, one of the very rare Boba Fett prototypes that actually fired a rocket was auctioned off. It was an AFA graded product as well, so it's basically sealed up. AFA graded to 85. So, I guess you guys read this, so you've seen the price. Give you guys a little time to rest up there. Audience, have a little stab, have a little think.
$112,000.
I'm not saying they're gonna guess wrong because it's $112,000.
People have got too much money. I wouldn't. I mean, you must have billions to buy a toy for that. There's a few things I've watched. I don't know if you've seen the toys that made us on Netflix, the series where they look at toys from the 80s, and it's they have a whole episode on the Star Wars toys and the Kenner release. I've seen this figure only in reference. I mean, obviously there's a couple with inside of Rancho Obi-Wan, the J slot, and I think there was an L slot as well. But again, they were only brought out as marketing material. Really, there was none ever produced as full.
The slot itself, though, is coming up for auction later, and that's predicted to go for $200,000.
It's just crazy. I mean, I think the last one I know that sold, which was a prototype, I don't know which slot was in the back, but I think that went for around about 70,000. So I mean, it's increasing in value massively. When you think this is still at the end of the day 3.5 inches of plastic.
3.75 inches. Every little count.
So I'm told. So yes, it's. I mean, it's
3.75 inch man. We are still well aware of that joke.
It's insane that this figure could go for that much money, but there are collectors out there who are absolutely desperate for this to be part of their collection and don't see them as being completers without it. And I mean, would it be nice to have one? Sure, but would I want it to pay for it? No, I just want someone to give me it for free. I could work at Rancho Obi-Wan. Don't you just steal them from there?
No, yeah, exactly. In perspective, though, that's about £90,000. That's a terraced house. That is a living space right there. Or I could buy an Aston Martin for that kind of money. It's that kind of.
You could go to Star Wars Land for a week, and maybe you might buy.
You could buy a hotel room there and stay not indefinitely, but for a while. You could live there.
You could just live on the lands.
You really could. I mean, I love that this figure is there, and I love that it has this Grail-esque thing that people need to have it. And I get the collecting thing, but that for me is just, I don't understand how someone could pay $112,000 something like that.
If it was the Han Solo in carbonite from Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back, the actual screen used prop, that kind of, I can see that kind of getting that kind of money, but it's an actual screen used item that's that huge as well. You can kind of see the money, but not.
I hope it's Harrison Ford buying them and just destroying them on YouTube videos. I would pay so much money to watch this. Harrison Ford just buying and destroying vintage kind of figures.
Oh my word! I need that series in my life right now. That should be on Disney Plus day one. Oh, Harrison Ford buying it, just grumbling as he melts his own figure.
There will be one which will be Harrison Ford buying the entire Rancho Obi-Wan collection,
just burning it,
and then just week by week destroying something else. Seriously,
you know, when he like does his like crash landings on his planes, just straight into like Galaxy's Edge. I'm joking. That's getting twisted. He does like Star Wars deep down compared to 10 years ago.
Yeah. It just now. Yeah. Oh my word, that would be so good. I'm absolutely sold on that, George. You need to start getting into that, and we need to figure out how we do it.
I'll be Pablo Hidalgo.
On the lighter side of things, or the darker side of things, should I say, we have a light-hearted story coming out of New York City. So over the weekend, parts of the west side of Manhattan fell into darkness due to power failure. So without streetlights or stoplights, some Good Samaritans basically took to the streets to help out, using lightsabers to help direct traffic. I haven't included any pictures in this, but I've seen some pictures and videos online, and it is hilarious at the same time. It's good to see people having that kind of good mentality, that good reaction, going out and helping other people, but it's just funny to see someone waving a lightsaber about directing traffic.
It's bizarre. Like, yeah, you see the traffic cops, those little buttons, but someone in the middle of Times Square with a lightsaber going, no, round this way. It's a lovely thing to see, and it's you know what, we're never going to get to a time, I think, now where there's lightsabers not in use for any. Lightsaber memes are all over the internet. There's a meme I saw just this week of two guys shouting in the street, going to fight each other, and then they pull out toy lightsabers from behind each other's backs and start into it.
Funny. I've seen that video. It's hilarious.
It's going to be some big fight, but it's just, I think it's a nice thing that was it. And the fact that lightsabers come in, it gives then a story for Star Wars, and then it's another story for the papers to use. So, hey, more fair play to them.
Yeah. It's got a nice little light-hearted end.
And finally, it's like the end of the news.
It's on right side, and finally, piece of news.
Yeah.
He waited all day for that joke. Like a proper newsreader.
Oh, you know me far too well.
I think lightsabers aside, we're in the toy shelf now, and then it's we have kind of jumped the gun here. My bad.
We did jump the gun.
All Sith Trooper. We don't need to repeat that. For those that go to San Diego, you're going to see a lot of red this weekend.
Yes, you are. You will have a lot of red in your ledger.
In other news,
different podcast.
Hot Toys have unveiled their Solo Star Wars Story Darth Maul 6-scale figure, which looks outstanding. We've got like shredded Ray Park. Like he genuinely looks like he is ripped.
Honestly, this
and it's a toy.
It was one of you two photos in the chat.
George
he got more lightsaber action in these photos than he got in that entire film.
Yeah. Didn't just pull it in, but honestly, this figure is absolutely. When George posted the picture, the first thing it was literally like, "Oh, you've posted." Nope, that's a Hot Toys. That is the detail on it is. I mean, Hot Toys obviously that's what they're known for, but when you get to the marks in his face and the lines and the aging, honestly, this thing is they get better and better. The artists there are just doing the Lord's work. Stunning piece. Very excited about it, if you might be able to tell.
Indeed, yeah, that is beautiful. I'm trying to work out ways I can add it to the collection. It is just, it's one of those things that as soon as I saw it, I need to have that somehow, somewhere, in some point in my life. I need that figure.
Do you not want a Sith Trooper? I heard there's loads going around.
Apparently, if you go to Comic-Con, they're just going to be lying around. Just
pick one off the ground.
It's like she is Porg. It's going to be like 9 pops of this red Stormtrooper.
I think there's already. I think I've already seen 2 pops of it. There'll probably be a red chrome one at some point.
Yeah, there's doing many chrome, many variations of the same damn thing done time and time again.
I think with that is obviously they get one thing they're allowed to release. Like, all right, we'll give you one character or one piece, like they did with the Porgs. This is your one thing you can all go off and make right now.
That's the
so
trick.
you get this whole flood of just this one item, and I think that kind of is a bit hurtful to the market as well, because I think it kind of just put people like, oh, just that again, just this. And you could see it becoming, once everything else released, it could become a bit of a hanger warmer for some of the, especially like black shoes and stuff, if people don't take it as well. And again, like George said very early on, we're going to need to find out the context surrounding this trooper before we can judge that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Could be a bit of a peg warmer, but hopefully not.
Yeah, and I'm more excited for the vintage trooper pack they've got at SDCC as well. However, just going back to the SDCC news before we continue on with the rest of it, we have had a release from Hasbro saying they're actually going to be putting up all their exclusives for sale over a period of time on Hasbro Plus.
In America.
Ship around the world, but yes, it's going to be...
Hasbro Pulse doesn't ship to England. It's a lie if any English viewers are listening. They're likely going to go to Star Action Figures, A1 or Kapow, as they always do. Hasbro Pulse is great if you live in America. Honestly, in celebration, there were loads like Hasbro Pulse members that have got to jump the queues. That's well, fine, you guys. You get everything you want. We get nothing. Nada. So they have said they were going to go on sale September the 10th. But English guys, you're best off staying to social media and Facebook, following all these. Like last year, some of the San Diego exclusives can go on sale as early as a week after. So it's just about waiting and waiting.
Yes, because Kapow, I think, had the triple pack last year.
Yeah, A1 and Kapow is certainly the places you want to be, the hubs of collections. And basically after any sort of Comic-Con, especially San Diego, they seem to get a lot of their merchandise, whether they have a deal with them or not. But they seem to every year have the Obi-Wan that came out many years ago with the Leia talking figure as well. That went to A1. So you get a lot of these exclusives. You will get them in the market.
The vintage collection, other exclusive they have, which is the Vader prototype, that's going to be available at Target on July 21st.
So there's a lot coming out. Just we're in kind of a lull waiting for the next movie. And I think obviously Triple Force Friday, as they're calling it up until now, is coming in October. October. So we're getting towards that. So they're obviously trying to fill the market with as much as they can, but really there's not a massive amount. But they want to put stuff out for San Diego, slap an exclusive logo on it, and watch those market prices rise.
Again, though, to SDCC, the exclusive from Lego is the Sister Trooper bust, which is ugly as hell. But they also have the new Obi-Wan hut, and what did we work out as the 7th?
Luke's Landspeeder.
Oh god,
Here we go again.
Can we talk about this?
It's like Groundhog Lego. Kids don't even like that set, man.
I don't get it. Why you would release that set? And no, I just don't. I was about to say yeah, but maybe I can see why. I can't. I don't. It must be about the 5th iteration of this set, maybe more.
7th.
It's just
the 7th iteration.
I just don't get why that set, unless you can put like an Obi-Wan with it and a Luke with it and the droids, but I don't get this one. It's certainly not something it'll be something I'll be very much ignoring. That's a strange one for me.
It is
repetitive. I feel like Lego would want this to be a UCS, but no one else wants it to be.
Please, we've done one with 8,000 pieces. No, this one with 6 pieces. Oh, all right.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. While we're talking about Lego, sorry, just before we move on, did anybody see the pictures that came out of Australia last week? Where if you bought the UCS Millennium Falcon, you got the is it Flight of the Falcon or Escape for the Falcon set?
I have not seen this.
They were giving that away free if you bought the UCS Millennium Falcon. You were getting the Cloud City set.
The one that no one likes?
Yeah, the one that no one likes.
Terrible place that doesn't actually look like Cloud City.
Yes, but they were giving it away for nothing if you bought the UCS Falcon.
Do you know how much I'd pay for it? Nothing. I want myself the Lego Slave 1 20th anniversary set.
That's obviously coming, isn't it? There's going to be a new one for...
I think there's going to be a UCF 20th anniversary set. I've got no idea what it is. And either way, it's going to bankrupt. And I reckon Force Friday.
brand new.
You'll see it being released,
Because-
or at least they announced.
I feel like me and Dave have an unofficial race here that both of us want to get to the 5 sets.
Yes,
I'm on 2, you're on 3.
I'm on 3. Yes, of the 20th anniversary sets. I have.
Basically, it comes down to who wants to buy the Boba Fett slave one and not open it. That's what it comes down to. I'm just there like, oh, can I do it? No, I can't. It's like I bought a real Buzz Lightyear figure, which is like one of the best things I've bought in my life. I've wanted them for like 7 years. They go for hundreds of pounds online. And then for Toy Story 4, Disney re-released the entire collector's wave of all the Toy Story figures, and the eBay market just died like Thanos' hand. Like, I never in my life, I was like, oh my god, they just released Buzz. They was like, no, Buzz, Woody, Bullseye, Jess, Soldiers, RC, lots of. I was like, oh my god, they've just wiped out eBay.
They pretty much wiped out the market. But no, these Star Wars sets, I'm at 3, and I'm hoping to complete this set by next payday. Yeah, I've got the Snowspeeder and Slave one to get. That's all I've got left now.
I've got the Snowspeeder Slave one. What's the tiny one that you've got? But I'm really trying to avoid.
Is it? Hang on, I've got the one.
I've got that one. I've got this one.
Oh, it's the one that comes to Han Solo. It's the troop transport, the made-up ship.
So when it's the 20th anniversary, I did think they were only doing sets from the original.
No, it's not. It's throughout the history.
Really realized like Kashyyyk Trooper. That's 2005.
Yeah.
But the Snowspeeder is going to look really nice when I can get that one.
Well, I have got a big fat 0 of any of them. So
Come on, Phil, get your finger out.
Phil just like comes back next week with just like the Millennium Falcon like box.
Just drops it, says nothing, walks off. Thank you very much.
No, I'll buy the UCS Falcon and give away the set. Like, couldn't even give it away, could you? That class set.
I would rather build it again.
Yeah.
Someone gives one to me, I'm going to build it again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
you can donate it when it's built to charity. I want to build it.
Yeah, the actual Falcon again. Just have that experience. Mine's still boxed, just in here.
And I don't know why.
I know. I just honestly finding time to build this set is just drives me insane when I see the box every day. Like, I want to build you.
You have to kind of rebuild your own set.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you want someone else to do, you can just donate it.
Just give it to you and you can build it. Will you mail it back?
In the post. Hey, you're gonna love this Royal Mail shipping price. What's in the box? Lego. I love that. Every time I like send something, they just question me, and they're like, "I'm a grown man. So what?"
Yes, I know. It's toys, and what do you want to say about it?
Yeah. How much is it worth?
Just insure it, Royal Mail. Postman just like outside waiting. He's like, I know this weight.
Just hears like the distinctive sound of Lego into plastic bags inside a cardboard box.
It's a shame if someone was to drop it.
Yeah.
But no, that is all the toy shelf stuff.
It is. We actually have some Star Wars this week. Which
Take it, Phil.
So with September sees release of the Jedi Fallen Order tie-in comic, as well as the Age of Resistance comics. We're currently doing Age of Rebellion at the moment. Kind of really looking forward to that. You also have IDW in their Adventure series announced that in October they've got 3 of their comics that are going to be set between episode 8 and episode 9. That's going to be interesting to see where it goes, what happens. And it's going to be the first bridge we have between the two, and our first glimpse at anything beyond The Last Jedi. And I genuinely can't wait for that one. And then we have Thrawn Treasons coming out at the end of next week, so it's coming out on the 25th of July. However, if you pre-order the book in the UK, we have some good news for you. If you take your proof of purchase, whether you order it from Amazon or from eBay or from your local bookstore, Waterstones, whatever it is, take your receipt, take your proof of purchase, take a picture of it or a screenshot, whatever. Google the Penguin Random House Thrawn Treason giveaway. It'll bring up the result there. Once you put your purchase in, you get a free pin. Now, I've got the free pin from Thrawn Alliances, which is the Thrawn insignia, so the Grand Admiral insignia he has. And with this one, you get a pin of the Chimera, his capital ship, which again is really cool. Doesn't cost you anything extra. If you can get the book anyway, in the UK, crack on with it. I'm definitely going to do that myself.
Awesome. I think there's some of the giveaways that they have for these things, especially some of the pins, look, except just because there are a lot of people who do go out and will collect these. So I think it's a really nice piece that they put out with these. It's like real collectors, especially of the people who are really heavy like yourself, who are into the novels and will collect all of these. I think there's some really nice merch that comes with them.
Indeed, something nice, something simple. I mean, last year in the States, if you pre-ordered it, you got not only the pin, but you got the Timothy Zahn autograph to go with it as well. You couldn't get that in the UK, which kind of sucked. But yeah, it's nice. Something simple, yet something classy. I kind of like that. But that is it for Star Wars. We're going to move quickly on to games again. Lego Star Wars. Who wants to take this one on?
I will opt for this. Lego Star Wars is going to be the best game in 2020, confirmed. There was an interview.
Story done.
They said there's going to be no DLC, no microtransactions. However, they haven't said if there will be paid DLC, because every Lego game last couple of years had paid DLC. So don't get your hopes up, or pre-order bonuses, stuff like that. Part of me was buying that Solo and Rogue One would be pre-orders. No, not pre-orders, sorry, DLC. But they've kind of eradicated saying we're just not making them, which is a massive, massive shame.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have done the Battle of Scarif in Lego form. With
yes,
Lego
too right.
As long as credits in the game, I don't care. But they basically spoke about a couple of little things. They're replacing gold bricks with kyber bricks, which is going to be pretty fun. I'm sick and tired of seeing gold bricks in every game. Studs is obviously going to be coming back as usual to get the gains for everything else. And one thing that Lego have also said, which I've seen online in the last couple of weeks, is you will have the option to turn off dialogue. Whether it just means it's silent, or whether they're bringing in the grunts, the option to turn off dialogue shall be there. Now, I will probably play it with the dialogue, because I just want to hear Liam Neeson voicing a Lego character. I know it's old dialogue, but a part of me just wants to hear it. Natalie Portman's kids are going to probably play it and be like, what on earth is this? I wonder if they carry on with her death from Revenge of the Sith, where she just kind of like got cross-eyed in the chair. I remember those. But,
yeah.
And also, I was reading this is what I was meant to say, that Disney will not allow Lego to touch, create, or build Episode 9 until release.
Wow,
Now,
I didn't know that.
Part of me, I feel that Disney's probably going to give them a level or two in September, October, but I could imagine the last couple of levels, they'll probably be like December 20th, like, here you go. Because Episode 7, the Lego stuff didn't apparently moan that they got spoilt for them.
Yeah.
But they ain't going to risk anything like this. So I wonder if this game could come out like March time. It gives them, I mean, if they've got, I'm guessing they'll do everything except Episode 9.
Yeah,
for
sure.
They'll probably just fly through 9 on the spot.
Yeah.
There's probably more to it than they won't let us go near it. I reckon they'll probably do it September, October time.
I mean, I kind of get that they don't want anything at all getting out story-wise or character-wise, or especially because I'm guessing whatever they do is going to cover the ending of that film and ending of the saga. So they're not going to let anybody have that much information at their own hands, and because if that leaks, this movie is going to be tighter than anything we've seen in the past. There's no way they're going to want anything coming out of this. I think we're even going to get really guarded. You know how we've been with TV spots and trailers coming out. I think we're going to get really tied down to what we see.
Do you remember Disney Infinity? They did an Episode 7 add-on for that, and it came out the day 7 hit, and they changed the ending because Disney wouldn't actually let them have the real ending.
Yeah,
like Han Solo never died; he just didn't appear at a level after. It went straight from them running around a factory to the lightsaber duel. But I reckon Lego are going to they'll be given the ending like probably a week after it comes out.
It does seem, yeah, and I mean, I can't wait for this game. It's so high on my list. I'm still playing the complete saga, trying to get that at 100%. I'm on about 78% of the game complete at the minute, and I've never actually
doing
done
the same
100%.
with the Clone Wars, must be said.
Yeah,
Lego Clone Wars.
Yeah,
the only one that plays it, Phil.
I can't play. I've tried the first. I can't even get past like the first level, the opening. So I'm like, I can't do this. Put the old one on. It frustrates me. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this game. Now, unfortunately, I am going to be leaving this podcast at this moment in time, as I have unfortunately got other things to do at home. So
he's finishing this episode. He's not actually leaving the podcast.
Oh yes, no, I'm not leaving the podcast. No, I'm totally leaving. No. But I do have to shoot off. So, guys, I will let you guys close out the podcast with the last part. and I will speak to you all soon.
All right. See you later, Dave.
So, lastly, I mean, it's kind of a bit hard on the two of us. We're going to do a cantina talk. I don't really know how much we can say because we said the same thing last year. But it's 3 years to the, wow, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, in the middle of the night.
Monday, yeah.
That we met as a trio. I know you met Dave before, but Celebration Europe was basically 3 years ago this week. So a lot of nice memories on Facebook, a lot of pictures, a lot of everything. And 3 years has flown by.
It has. It really has. It's one of those things. This is episode 57 as well. So we've done now on 60 episodes, but we've done 80 videos total. If you include the extras we've done, special bits here and there, Star Wars Celebration, the commentaries we've done. And it's been an absolute blast. It really has. Because we've now got our own merchandise. We've got, it has absolutely flown by 3 years ago.
And there's hopefully many more years to come. And maybe there'll be a Celebration Europe where we can meet up at. Because they keep saying back to America.
Yeah, but the first time that you, myself, and Dave will be in the same room together will be later this year when we do our episode 9 screening, however that pans out.
That is going to be good fun.
The first time you two have been in the same room since 2016. I've seen you both individually since then.
I haven't seen Dave since Celebration. Episode 2 is going to be great. It's going to be, I mean, if anyone doesn't know, we're going to be in Leicester Square. We're going to do London. We're going to do it big time. We're going to do the usual premiering trick, sneak as many people into a room as you can, because they're humongous rooms. And they're not twin rooms. They're like, let's get a truck of people in a room.
They are family rooms. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, and like I think for episode 7, Last Jedi, I know you guys went with me, but there was 5 of us that we snuck into a twin room. There was like the double bed, the single bed, there was a spare bed under the bed, and then someone just made a bed out of like, everything. And you just can't have breakfast together. You just need to like go to like Wetherspoons or something. But I'm excited to see it. It's gonna be very interesting.
It will be. I mean, we'll do a show afterwards and things. We'll get everything set up. It's going to be absolutely cracking. But yeah, looking forward to that. Just reminisce. It's been 3 years ago. As I said, we talked about this last year as well. But many years have passed. Many more to come. Things change. Podcasts come and go, but we're still here.
Yeah, exactly that. And especially heading into Celebration 2020, as we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of Star Wars coming. We've got Mandalorian. We've got Jedi Fallen Order. We've got Lego Star Wars. We've got Cassian. We've got Mandalorian Season 2, which we now know about as well.
We'll have a trailer at some point during the NFL season. I guarantee you that, because they always do it on the ESPN on Monday night.
D23 in the next month. It's going to be big. I think Disney. The only reason Disney's getting, the reason Marvel's at Hall H on Sunday is so that D23 Disney can just focus on their stuff, because any Marvel announcement will overshadow anything done at D23.
This is true. When is D23 though?
End of August.
End of August. Fair enough.
That's why
I never know the exact date for it.
Get Marvel out of the way this week, and then they can do a little bit of Marvel at D23, but they can focus on all Disney rather than one franchise.
Indeed. So we'll have more unnecessary live-action remakes of things announced, and then they'll announce, hopefully, the next trailer for Star Wars. I think that's about it for this evening, though.
I believe so as well.
Indeed. So, just comes to the absolute end here. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on YouTube, YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter at Once the Force of Star Wars Podcast, as well as Instagram at the Force Podcast. You can find all our merchandise and link below at Teespring. Again, Once the Force. We've been Once the Force. May the Force always be with you. Good night.